Good rising star shining loves of beautiful precious light, whatever that means. So today I'm just going to read a couple things that I wrote down and explain them. I'm really excited to share this information with you guys. Look deep into understanding things in all different dimensions. So different ideas in different mediums will pop up. Not just one solid idea, but multiple on different levels. So this goes truly with all aspects of life. So not just looking at something as a surface object, but seeing the dimensions in that object and understanding each dimension has a different frequency, different vibration that resonates with a different time and space. So what that means, example, and everything I say is on personal experience and what has helped me to expand my consciousness and expand who I am, to become a greater version of me, and to not live in resistance anymore, and to not wake up depressed, and to not hate myself, and to be in bad patterns, and just really not following my dream, and kind of just living day to day, not knowing who I was and what I wanted to be. And so these tools have really helped me to become more powerful within myself, so I can get out of this matrix stimulation. And this matrix stimulation really is, so the way I want to put this matrix stimulation, I'm sure everyone's seen the Matrix, and it really correlates with actually how we live in our whole entire life. And I'm sure you've heard, the saying, don't be the sheep, be the black one that's walking the other way. And that really has to do with this matrix thing. We see all these consume, buy this, buy that, you have to look this way, you have to look that way. You see all these models, really skinny. I mean, they're actually now, it's evolving, where there's a lot of different, the world's changing, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm so grateful. But there's still a lot of stuff that people are stuck on, it's actually created kind of living patterns. I call everything a pattern, because when you start to recognize, when you step back and see your life, and you're like, holy shit, I was doing that in a repetitive pattern cycle, and not even being aware of how I was living this certain lifestyle, not even recognizing that I was in this little box, I was stuck in a prison, and I thought that prison was who I was. But now that I'm outside of that paradigm of lockedness, now I'm just free. I can literally be anything that I want. And what I mean by that, they say manifesting. Manifesting is actually a thought comes in, you act on that thought, and that thought manifests into physical form. It's really doing, getting in and doing, manifesting, setting that intention, letting the thoughts flow in, working with those thoughts, and being guided with those thoughts, and taking action. If you had no thoughts, you wouldn't know where, you could feel your way, but really those thoughts help to create a clear path of where you want to go. If you have the right thoughts. If you have the wrong thoughts, you're going to end up places you don't want to go, end up places that you've been before, past experiences that do not fulfill you anymore, that do not feel good. So back to this matrix stimulation thing, kind of you see, and I'm not downing anyone that works at any of these places, I'm just trying to make an example of, you see someone working at McDonald's for their whole life, and they go home and they hate their job every single day, but they mentally believe that they are not better than that. So that's the only job they work their whole life, because they believe that they cannot be better than that, because they have been downplayed their whole entire life by consume, you have to get this job, you have to do that, you have to be this, you have to do that. And just this overpowerment of this forceful power that's not serving us is actually condemning us into a smaller mindset. making us believe that we can't be this and we can't be that. And that's literally how we start to think. It starts ever since we were actually born. I'm 25, so I've had TV my whole life. I grew up with no TV. But the example of TV is, you know, it's really like television tells lies to your vision. It's actually the vision, because everything is imagery, everything is sounds, everything is vibration. So everything you're taking in, even the music that you're listening to, creates a vibration, and it starts to, you know, it's like you're being hypnosed. I think that's the word. Hypnosed with that vibration, that frequency. If you're constantly listening to that, if you're constantly watching scary movies, if you're constantly living in these lower vibrations, it's going to create your body's vibration is going to be living in that vibration, because that's the only vibration that you're consuming. So your body lives in that vibration. So you have to start working your way out. And once your body starts working your way to more thoughts that do serve you, more cycles that do serve you, more patterns that do serve you, your body starts changing into a higher frequency and starts to resonate with that higher vibration that you want to live on. I like to Oprah's a really a good she's a very good example for this kind of thing. I listened to her story. I don't know if you guys know, but she was actually raped when she was a kid, and she had a child when she was 13 years old, and then lost the child. So she's been through a lot of trauma in her life, and now you see all that trauma, she transmuted that and used that energy into beautiful motivational, just prosperous abundance. She took that frequency, and she didn't let it hold her back, and she started to be aware and recognized and started to follow her dreams, and completely transformed that life, that frequency, that lower vibration that she was living. And now she's the richest woman in the world, and she's doing what she loves. And that's why I really, you know, like anyone who thinks like, well, I'm living this kind of shitty life, I'm doing this, like, you can literally get out of anything, but it starts with your thoughts first. It's not going to happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. But the magic of this process is so intimate and so pure and so real. It doesn't feel like it exists, because right in this moment you're not living that life that you want. But that's when you accept this moment right now, so you can start working your way up to that life. And that's accepting every flaw, every heartbreak, every pain, every suffering you've been through in the past, to be in this present moment, so you're not going back in your head thinking about this, thinking about that, because you want to grow. We're constantly evolving. And that's the beauty of us. Anyways, okay, so back to this matrix thing. So what is this thing that I'm talking about, the matrix simulation, how we're living this? I like to call it a lie. We are living a lie until you find yourself and become aware of you're not following the pack anymore. You're not following the sheep or herd. This is just an example. You're not wearing what everyone else is wearing. You're not doing what everyone else is doing. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. But what I'm saying is, like, you get out and you go find your own path. You create your own path. And it's scary. You know, I just like can't work a regular job. I do not conform to that. And some people do, that's fine. If that makes them happy. I don't know who that was. That makes them happy, that's fine. But I'm trying to, you know, I'm just guiding you and giving you my personal experience as well, of that I want to be free, and I am free now from that mindset that, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to work my whole life. And then we're not here to work, we're here to enjoy life, find something we do and enjoy it. We're here on earth to have fun, not wake up in the morning and stress going to work, stress coming home, eating unhealthy. You know, our body is our pure temple, and we must treat it with pureness. And that's where I go with the CAFO farms and eating meat. Sure, sorry, if you eat meat, do your thing. I'm a vegan, but what I can tell you is, like, be consciously aware of the meat that you're eating and how it was prepared before you bought the meat. You know, we really don't think about, oh, whatever, you know, it's, you know, I've been eating meat my whole life, this is normal. Like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, like these places are absolutely fucking horrible. And all this processed meat is horrible for your body. I need to, like, okay, let me try to break this down. Let me just, like, so this animal, and this is another thing, we're humans and we think we're superior over animals, and we're not. We're actually all equal, and that's where we've lost this level of connection, because we're honestly connected to these animals in such a sacred, beautiful way that we've lost this connection, and now we just think we're superior over these animals because we have the power to we have the power of choice and they have the power of instinct. But that power of instinct is way more powerful than our power of choice, because in a way they're living in such pure harmony with nature, and we've lost that. We don't even go outside. We don't even go outside anymore. We're stuck on our phones, staring at things, lost in cyberspace that is not even who we are. They're trying to morph us into cyberspace, half technology, half human. Fuck that. We're part of nature. We're part of this pure connection and harmony of everything. So anyways, these animals, this cute little pig in this CAFO farm does not get to move its whole life. And pigs are actually smarter than dogs. Would you do this to your dog? No. So why would you eat the meat? Go and get grass-fed. Do your research. If you're gonna eat meat and you can't stop, do your freaking research. So anyways, back to it. This pig, ever since it was a little born, they put it in this little slot, and it sits there, and it gets fed, and it shits on itself, and they pick up the shit, and they use that for the fertilizer. It sits there in disharmony, and hurt, and pain, and suffering, and lives that life until it's dead. Can you imagine in a small space your whole life, shitting on yourself, and this is for the cows too, shitting on yourself, and eating the food, just getting really fat, and your muscles just swell out. You have the pig is literally filled with fucking disease. And then that disease is now transferred into a package, and you go pick it up and you eat this disease, and you consume this energy that's so ready to create a disease in your body. It's literally just waiting to create a disease in your body. It needs something to attach onto. So you swallow this meat, and now these little energy bugs of cancer and disharmony and unfaithfulness and doubt and sadness and corruption start breaking down and eating away your body. Why would you want to put that in your body? No! If you want to eat meat, which I don't, I'd say it was sacred back in the day. When you look at way back in the day, they kept it sacred. We have lost sacredness we eat and eat, consume. We buy so many things for no reason, to try to make ourselves feel happy, to try to fill a void that doesn't need to be filled. Sorry, I get so into it. Anyways, so yes, we're trying to fill this void that does not to be filled with all these other things. Anyways, so we've kept these things unsacred. We don't bless anything anymore. Some people do, and I do encourage, when you get your food, bless it. Just like the water example. The scientist had bottles of water, and he spoke different things to the different bottles of water, then froze the bottles of water, looked underneath it in a microscope. And you can look this up. Do your research. The water that he spoke to with love, froze it, looked at it underneath this microscope, and this water looked like a beautiful snowflake. The one that he spoke really evil to saying the word evil, he froze it, looked underneath a microscope, and it looked like a disease, like a parasite. Like it looked like it frozen just looked disgusting. That literally, speaking words out into existence creates that. It manifests that. Because that's another action you're spiritually manifesting by speaking words out into existence. So we want to purify our bodies, keep our bodies pure, meditating. I love to do guided meditations with body scans to become more aware. So, you close your eyes, take deep breaths, and you kind of just like start with your head and feel your head. Let's do it together. Okay. So close your eyes. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Another deep breath. And another one. Now keep your eyes closed and focus on your brain, everywhere around your brain, and see a bright light, a shining light, just shining on your brain area, and feel. Just focus on feeling your head, your brain, feeling the love in it, raising that vibration of that love. Now move your attention to your throat and feel the bright white light shining in your throat, healing your throat, purifying your throat. Feel what your throat feels like. Be aware of your throat. And move down to your shoulders and feel your shoulders. All the way down to both of your elbows and your hands. And feel the energy flowing through your hands. Feel any tingliness, any different vibrations. Feel them moving. Feel them activating. You feel them activating with love and energy, flowing energy through them. And move back up to your shoulders and down to your chest where your heart and your lungs are. And feel the activation of love flowing through there. Activating all your DNA cells, transmuting all of that past energy into love. Just feel, and then go down to your solar plexus where your stomach is. Feel your gut. Feel how your gut feels. Down to your pelvis area and feel your pelvis. And know that it's purified and it's loved and it's nurtured. You must let your body know that you love your body and you nurture it, because your body is a whole ecosystem in itself and it's inside of you. So you must let it know that you love it for it to flourish. Now feel your buttocks all the way down to your thighs, flourishing in love and greatness. Then down to your knees, feeling the love of your knees, all the way down to your toes, feeling the energy in your toes. Take a deep breath, and when you release, you're releasing all that energy that does not serve you, and you're taking, when you breathe in, you're taking in all that white light, all that love. You're purifying your body and you're releasing everything you don't need. 1, 2, 3. Let it release out of your toes. Just see it flowing through your body. The white light just coming through and just purifying everything. One more time. And open the eyes. Wow, that was nice. So that's like kind of like the body scan that I do, and you can do it a lot longer and really focus on each part of your body and do self-love to your body and let your body know you love it. Hug yourself sometimes. Love yourself. We forget to love ourselves. So anyways, back to this matrix stimulation thing. I keep on getting off track. Maybe I'll, if I don't actually get to the point, say it in another video. I said a lot of points this video. I have to go to class soon and get breakfast. Woke up at 6 this morning, been working out, making this video. I'm gonna go eat breakfast, then go to class, really work on some really cool projects. Just really getting in this pattern, and it feels so good to like be doing everything I love. Just speaking my truth, it feels so good to, you know, really get it out there. I was stagnant for so long and I felt so much resistance, and it took years to transform myself from where I was to where I am now. I'm like, holy crap, that's so beautiful. And I want everyone to be on their own journey, and I just want to help to guide for you to, you know, to get to that journey, to get you on your way to live in abundance. Just know that you already are living in abundance, and it starts here right now today to create whatever you want to create. So this matrix stimulation thing is, you know, it's just like, what did I say the other day? They take away our freedom, then sell it back to us, and we think that that's life. We've lost ourselves, and they've created this illusion for us to live in. And now that I see past the illusion, I've stepped out of that life, and now I'm following my own path. And I'm out of that matrix stimulation because I'm not conformed to other people having power over me. I have my own power, and I'm gratefully using it. And now my power comes from inside myself. I think that's all I want to say right now. I feel pretty good about that. I hope you have a wonderful day. And just know, like, when you have those negative thoughts, know that that's not who you are. And start to feel the love in your heart. You know, put your hands on your heart and feel that vibration. Really send all that energy there. So you put your hands, you know, your hands are energy. There's energy coming out of them. So you focus all your energy in your heart, and everything is healing. You're healing your heart. And you're gonna have up and downs. You're gonna have moods that are just like fluctuating, and sometimes things don't feel right. But just know you're always being guided. If you start to listen and start to see, and to ask, to set the intention, to see past the illusion, to be with your higher self, you will start to achieve those goals, and you will become mentally stronger and stronger, where you start to know who you are, and you start to become the power that you already have inside of you. We've just kind of lost it because we've became separated from ourselves. We've become detached from nature. And you know, we're so divine and so beautiful, and we're all so unique. And I want you to find your uniqueness and bring it out. And don't be scared. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about you. Have a beautiful day.